Okay, it's on. Yeah, my dad used to be a friend of Maurice Strong, and I remember as a kid Maurice Strong, growing up in Montreal, and well, Dad, you talk a bit about what you knew and how you knew Maurice Strong. So we'll just talk about him, what you knew about him.
He wants economic power.
No, like go the past. Like what about him when he was younger?
Well, he was with Power Corporation.
Yeah. How did you know him?
Well, I got to meet him. I forget exactly how.
And you became...
oh no, when I was out west in the stock brokerage business.
Okay.
Is when I met him.
And you became friends, right?
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid, I mean, he had a place in Beaconsfield, if I remember right. Was it Beaconsfield or Bay Durfee, somewhere there?
Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield. I remember sitting on his lap. He had a big grand piano, and I clearly remember him. And you know, doing some of the research I've done on the New World Order, and my dad's not so familiar with this New World Order stuff, but I remembered. I said, I know that guy. And then I remember my dad knew this guy back when we grew up in Montreal. So basically you knew him, and he was, at that time, I think he was president of Power Corp, right?
Not president. He was, yeah, he was president of Power Corp.
Yeah, he was president of Power Corp.
Yeah.
And he, what kind of ended your relationship? Was it you found out what this guy was all about?
Yeah.
And what did he talk about? Like when
you know, what he was aiming for was more power through the third world countries.
Through the third world countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he talked about his environmental stuff and.
Don't try to get clean up China or India. Let the Americans spend the money.
Yeah. And what was your thoughts on all that? Like.
I was against it.
Yeah, but I mean, he like, how did he? What was his what did he give you as a rationale? Why?
Because these countries needed help.
They needed help.
Economic help. From rich countries like the United States.
Okay, so he came across as being a very altruistic person that really wanted to better humanity.
Yeah, but what he really wanted was personal power.
Okay, and what made you think that? Like besides, like that was one personal.
2 and 2 make 4.
Was intuition? You got a feeling that he was not really being honest about his objectives?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like myself, I mean, I know my personal research on the New World Order and its agenda to depopulate the world by 90%. I've just told my dad that, and he doesn't know whether I'm right or wrong, but the whole goal of this this so-called climate objective to curb carbon dioxide and this cap and trade and this stuff in Copenhagen, and Maurice Strong, you know, has a big hand in organizing this meeting in Copenhagen, but this guy's really bad news, and you know, we have to wake people up to reality that if this goes through, we're going to have mass starvation on a planetary scale, and people are being defrauded with this nonsense about climate change and global warming and all this stuff. It's just another tax. Here's the hint, people. Carbon tax. What part of that last word is it you don't understand? Is tax. That's just another way of stealing money from the hard-working people of this planet and turning it over to the ultra-wealthy rich so they can have more money and basically enslave people. And you know, it's a horrible thing. I mean, I don't understand how people can't see that through this
Well, I think more and more people are catching on to Maurice Strong.
Yeah, but I mean, I still hear people saying about, oh, we got to curb our carbon footprint. You know, the world's dying from carbon dioxide. But Dad, isn't that what plants breathe?
Yes.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
So we want to reduce carbon dioxide, and isn't plants giving off oxygen that we need to breathe?
You know.
So what is it people don't understand? Like, what do you about these people?
There's a lot they don't understand.
Yeah. Well, what is it? I mean, like, okay, you met Maurice Strong through your dealings, and my dad, by the way, was an energy specialist in investment. So he Power Corp and the oil industry, and you know, so you met him through your business dealings, and you struck up a friendship. But I mean,
met him in Calgary.
So at one point he must have changed, flipped over into this. He must have, like, I mean, if you had met him, he would just talked about all this stuff. I think you would have left the room, wouldn't you?
Well, he changed his views.
Yeah. What year was that? Do you remember roughly?
Oh, of course, I can't remember.
In the 60s, huh?
I met him before that. I met him in the 50s.
Oh, in the 50s. Okay. And then somewhere along that line, he started shifting into this chameleon monster that we know today as Maurice Strong.
Yeah.
Maurice Strong, by the way, is probably one of the most evil men on the planet.
Well, he's gotten worse.
I mean, he doesn't look like an evil man. He doesn't, you know, he's not, doesn't have the outward appearance of Charles Manson. But inwardly, and the scheming and planning, and with the outcome of all the stuff that has planned, is totally evil. And we need to stop this, right, in any way we can. I mean, one way is you know, getting this information out, right? And I want to thank my dad. My dad just had an operation. As you can see, he's lying down, and it was really nice of him to agree to do this. But maybe when he's feeling better, he could arrange an interview with Alex Jones.
Who's him?
Alex Jones is he's a researcher. This is where one of the guys I learned some of the stuff off, and I now do my own research. But anyway, I'm gonna just cut this now and let my dad relax. And I'm gonna send this to Alex.
Forget Maurice Strong for a moment.
Okay.
You're making better money than I thought you were.